Hey, it's Kevin DeWitt here, and welcome to another tip, trick, or technique session. In this video, we're going to talk about adding vocal stutter effects. So firstly, if you are new to my channel and new to my videos and you like what you see, please click the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. So vocal stutter effects. It's something you've probably heard in lots of modern day mixes, especially, EDM, dance, all that sort of stuff. It's very common to do this sort of stuff these days. And, there's numerous ways to do it. There's manual approaches to doing it, and there's plugins and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to have a look at it in a minute. But before we do, I just want to sort of say, look, I love doing this sort of stuff whenever you get the freedom, but sometimes it can be very hard to find the right song, and it definitely needs to be the right song. You also need to use it sparingly, all right? I hate when people overuse effects just for the sake of, you learned a new effect, hey, let's go and put it on everything. It needs to add to the song, okay? You don't want to just go, oh, I'm just going to add a stutter effect because I know how to do it. You need to find something in a song where you think, okay, this is going to enhance the song. It's going to, say, add to the story or add to the build-up or just add some excitement where it really needs it, and it actually elevates the song to the next level as opposed to just adding an effect for the sake of adding it. But obviously try it out on your songs, see how you work it, see if it works, try them out, and just experiment. I mean, it's worth experimenting. You can always back these things out. Anyway, let's just get into it and I'll show you how I do it. So there's a couple of approaches you can use. Okay, there's the manual approach, which is what I'm going to show you because this is absolutely free. And I will quickly also show you, say, a plugin. Now there's going to be lots of plugins out there that can do these effects, and some are better than others. And I'll show you one plugin that I have that I can do this effect on, but it's not always the best way to do things, but we'll see how we go. The song that I have here may not also be very appropriate for this technique, and I never did this technique in this mix, but I'm going to show you on it anyway because it's just an example. And the point is to show you the actual technique and how to use it. And it's for you to decide where and when to use the techniques. So let's get into it. Okay, so what we have is a song here with a vocal track. So let me just let you listen to this part. Again, as I said, this is probably not the most appropriate song or vocal for this technique, but the point is to show you the technique and hopefully you will know when to use it. So this is the vocal part straight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tackle this long one. So stutter effects obviously work very well on long notes. And we can go in as far as we like or as wide as we like. So how closely you go in and how chopped up you make this will make it faster and faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of ways we're going to do this. So I've gone in pretty tight here and I'm going to start chopping this up. Okay, so when I in Cubase here, I get some scissors, come up, and I'm going to start chopping it on each of these lines. And I'm going to do that for a little bit. And then what I might do is now I'm going to go double lines. And then we might go just on the last bit about 4 lines. I think I'm doing it right. We'll go there. All right. So once we do that, now what I want to do is I'm going to mute every second one. So I'm going to change to a mute tool, and I'm going to mute every second one of these breaks. Then we got the bigger ones, and then we got the even bigger ones. Okay, so that would mute the end of that. We will not mute that one for the sake of that little tiny blip. Okay, so now we've got this, and you'll see that pattern there. Now we've got our playhead here. Let's have a listen to what it sounds like doing that. So there you go. There was a stutter effect. Told you it was simple. Instantly we got a stutter effect. Okay, now you could get really fancy with this, and you could have extended that note so that it was really long, and we could do it. Well, why don't we do that, hey? So let's get rid of all of this at the back here so that we have nothing there. Before I do that, I'm just going to undo all of these little chops up here. So we're getting back to our normal default setting. I am going to cut that, and I'm going to just get rid of all of this here. And I'm going to chop that there. Now I'm just going to have a listen to this for a second. Okay, so I'm going to chop it there because I want to extend this bit here. Now, this is another technique. It's not really part of this video, but we can change our cursor to a time stretch, and we can time stretch that note. So with the time stretch now, it will sound like this. That might be a little bit excessively long, so maybe we'll just bring it back a little bit. Probably want to get a bit too carried away there. So let's go to there. Obviously, it doesn't sound very nice, but it is what it is. So let's go the opposite way this time, and I'm going to chop it up slow and build up. Okay, so we're going to build up. So I'm just doing my chops or cuts here in portions, because I just want to see where I am here. Now, obviously, if you've got long notes, this can be quite time consuming to chop this up. But you wouldn't be doing this excessively, and again, this note is probably still a bit too long. It goes all the way for there. Okay, so we could speed up there. Now, since it's so long, why don't we slow down again? And you can get as fancy as you like. So, you could chop a few up, singles. So let's just break a few up, go a bit random here, chop a few up. Okay, so we've chopped it up. Again, let's go to our mute tool here. And I probably want to get that first note in. So let's go with the opposite ones here. And we're going to mute, mute, keep muting. So as again, I said it's a little bit time consuming, but we will get there. And obviously you want to design these stutters to suit your song as well. We don't want to, you don't want to do something too fast and then it doesn't really match the song, or too slow. You want to make sure that you're doing what is appropriate to the song. All right, let's go with that. All right, so we've got some build up here, going slow to faster, and then back down to slow, and then a little bit of randomness over here. And we'll see what that sounds like. So let's take our cursor back. So there you go, bit weird, but you could get the impact there. So let's just play that a little bit again so you can hear it. And sometimes it's even a good idea to bring the note out at the end and let it ring out. So let's say we drop a few of those there, and we'll just see what that does. Now, because we've stretched it, it doesn't sound natural. We've got these cuts in here as well. So, but you get the idea, right? So, we could mute a lot. Sorry, bring a lot more of these back in after the speed up. So whatever you want to do, your choices are pretty much endless. You can decide anything you want, but that's as simple as how it is to do a stutter effect on a vocal. Okay, but what if you don't want to do it that way and you want to do it with a plugin? Okay, as I said, there's probably plenty of plugins out there. I don't have all of the great ones. I don't know all of them. This is not something that I do that often, but here's one that I have used in the past. It's called Tornado, and by Sugar Bytes. It has lots and lots of effects. So it's not limited to just stutter effects or anything like that. And this one here, you can actually mix yourself. So you could control this with a MIDI controller and actually start mixing things as you decide to do it. So what we want really is the stutter effect. So let's put the stutter effect on here. Now we could edit how this actually functions. There's lots and lots of controls in this, but we're just going to have a quick look at it just to show you that it can be done other ways. So let's get rid of all that and let's drag that back across. Get our cursor here. So we've got our effect on, and right now it's doing nothing. going to turn the gain up a little bit because for some reason it just sounded like it dropped in volume. So let's try that again. So in the case of this plugin here, you could actually set this to record, play your vocal track and record the output of this onto another track, and you can sit here mixing it. So you'll actually notice there was a little bit of panning in this one, and that's just set by this control here. That's what I'm saying. There's plenty of controls in this, but this video is not about this plugin as such, but you can see that you can get some very powerful stutter effects with this that's a lot more advanced than what I just did there, where I was just basically muting the parts. Okay, with this one here, we can do all of these interesting things of shapes and decays and pan, and how we do all of the stuff, the chopping, the randomness, all of that. So there you go. That is vocal stutter effects. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Let me know what you think of how I did it. How do you do it in your songs? Let me know. Love to hear your opinions. Do you have any great plugins that you use to do this sort of effect? And is it something that you do often, or is it something you hate doing and hate the sound of? Let me know. If you do have any questions about what I've done, please feel free to put it in the comments. I would love to help wherever I can. Again, if you like what you see here, please click the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. Hopefully the video has been helpful. I thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.